Hey Tiger Nation, Scott Farmer here. Just wanted to bring you a few updates as we close out the second trimester and we're working through the third trimester. We thought spring was here, but hey, lo and behold, we've got snowy weather on the way Friday morning. So I want to talk a little bit about a snow day. Going to do a little bit different this go around. Friday, right here before spring break, will be a bona fide snow day. We are going to make up this time after this snow day by looking at our early out Wednesdays. One thing we've really learned through this pandemic is that instruction time is extremely valuable and we can't take any day for granted. We were going to run into some issues with issuing devices to our young kiddos at our elementaries and then trying to get those back after spring break. So we decided with spring break ahead of us, we're going to go a snow day on Friday. Then we're going to take our early out Wednesdays for the month of March and for the month of April, and we are going to suspend those. So we will go normal bell schedules all through March and April without an early out Wednesday. So be prepared for that as you make plans after spring break. We're going to put that hour of instruction back in. We have state testing starting right after spring break. This will allow us to use that extra hour to test our kids and not lose instruction time. So we felt, as far as the integrity of instruction goes, this is the best avenue to do what we can for our kiddos as we go through this third trimester and get through state testing and continue to hold the integrity of our instructional operations. So just be advised, March and April we will suspend early out activities and run a full day schedule through those 2 months. COVID testing, I want to talk a little bit about this. We've been fortunate that since the start of February, our COVID testing numbers have been very low. We're grateful for that and we certainly want to stay that way. One thing we found through our Omicron variant rise when we worked to stay in school, and a big credit to our teaching staff and our support staff for just making that happen. Very stressful time, but we've got the best staff in the state and they did what they could to make sure we kept our doors open, and so thank you. One thing we found through the Omicron variant spike of cases is that testing was tough, and there was a major need for us to have testing facilities. So we worked with the State Department of Health, State Department of Education. We now have approval to do COVID testing on site, but let me stress, this is a voluntary test. So nobody has to test if they don't want to, but instead of running over to the urgent care, instead of running over to Three Rivers Medical Clinic to get a COVID test, now you can contact our office, and with your permission written on paper, we can actually test on site. If you need more details about that, you call me directly. I'll walk you through that. Or call your child's office, the principal or the front office. They'll be glad to walk you through that process. This is an opt-in, opt-out basis. Again, do not have to participate, but if you'd like to save yourself a trip, take us up on that. It'll save you some time. So COVID testing is available at each site. Just contact the office and they'll guide you. Child nutrition, wanted to give you just a quick update. This is very premature, but be aware that Congress has yet to reach an agreement on next year's USDA application and waiver to feed all kids free next year. Want to give plenty of notice. It does look like that Congress will not reach an agreement to provide free meals for next school year. That may change, time will tell, but as it stands right now, we will go back to what was normal pre-pandemic, where we have free and reduced lunch applications, and then if you don't qualify, you will be paying the price for a school meal. So just know that that waiver has not been approved. So next year it looks like we are on task to go back to the way lunch used to be, where there is a pay option for that. Activities, want to really congratulate our winter activities, our winter sports coaches and kids for the work that they did. Very impressive with what our basketball teams, wrestling team, our ag kids and our swim team have accomplished. If you didn't get a chance to watch them, you really missed out. Great group of kids, did a great job. Certainly grateful for the way they represented our school district. And we're moving on into spring activities. I want to encourage you. We have a lot of upside this spring. A lot of kids that are competing at high levels. OYE, our ag kiddos, are competing in Oklahoma City this week and on into next week. Baseball has already started. Track is underway. Softball is about to get started, and great things are happening. So if you get a chance, make sure you take the time to get out and watch our kids compete. It's going to be a fun spring. Go Tigers. And just a reminder, spring break next week, March 14th through 18th. Enjoy spring break. We pray that it is at times well spent with your kids and families, and that it's done in a safe manner. So we'll see you back on March 21st, live and in person. Have a great day, Tigers.